What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming to you with an analysis breakdown on Stephon Castle. He's one of the best rookies in this class, and he can really shoot the three. And he just surveys the court real well, and he's very patient, very smart, very crafty, and he just got good footwork. And he sets his feet and continues to have his follow through basically near perfect sometimes because teams are daring him to shoot the three or giving him the three, and he's taking full advantage of it. But if he doesn't, he can get to the paint and use his footwork and his speed and his craftiness to be able to score. And he likes to attack with his explosion. He'll set you up, he'll size you up, and see where your feet is at, and then he'll attack you. Once he get that first step, is basically over. He can also cut to the basket and finish with ease. It's a movement offense, and he's always moving, always cutting, always relocating. So he's always going to be a threat on the court. That is high basketball IQ and feel for the game. And here he even gets a lob because he's that open, and it was that noticeable with him cutting to the rim that a teammate noticed it and capitalized off of it. But he keeps the ball moving, giving up good shots for great shots, or just finding a guy that's a high percentage shooter, and that's just great IQ again, knowing what to do in those situations and helping his teammates get easy, comfortable shots is all a point guard really has to do on offense, and he does that really well just by understanding his surroundings and knowing what to do. He also has a little bit of a mid-range shot. He likes to, dribble into it and see what the defender is doing, then reacts to it. And then if they cut him off from the paint or he doesn't want the 3-point shot, he just gets a little bit of space and his confidence is through the roof at this point, and he just knocks down the mid range. And it's a shot that will always be a weapon because if you close out too much, you're always going to give a cushion, and a cushion is enough for a person to want to pull up and take that shot. It's a shot that you rather have than not, but he also has a little bit of a floater game too, where if he gets closer to the rim, he can just guide the ball into the basket, and that's a high percentage shot for most point guards, and it's a shot that he likes and a shot that he can knock down. And then his defense, obviously, he's going to be a guy that's going to be physical. He's going to be trying to poke the ball away. He's going to be trying to be in the passing lanes because he's just so quick and so fast, and it's just going to lead to easy transition offense. And you can't get sloppy or crazy around him because he'll just pick it off, and I think that's a great sign of a great defender. Interesting is to see what Stephon Castle does as he continues to evolve and continues to grow as a player. The ability to probe, the ability to finish, the ability to understand what he's supposed to do on the court at all times. It just court awareness and just high IQ and good understanding of the game is something that makes you pro ready already. And that's what we looked at him as coming out of college. And that's why he was the number 4 pick in the NBA draft for 2024. It's just because he just understands how to play the game the right way. He has a great feel for the game and a great understanding of the game and how it should supposed to be played. And I like that in him. And then you look at the fact that he can get tutelage from Chris Paul to know when to stop, know when to go. And I think he has some of those moves in summer league. He has some of those moves in preseason where from the what he's doing, he's trying to attack you and he's trying to score, but just slowing down the game and knowing when to go for the layup, knowing when to go for the floater, knowing when to pull up for the mid range, and even knowing when to shoot the three. He can shoot the three a little bit off the dribble, but sometimes he just goes games where he don't even attempt the three. And I think that's good too because he's just showing the versatility of what Stephon Castle can be. And a lot of people like this guy, and I'm a fan. I think he's going to be in a rookie of the year conversation. He's going to be a guy that's going to be a sensation because he has the size to be able to play the position for a long time. But by him being 6'5", 210, his body was already ready for the NBA. And that just shows you that he took the craft serious, from the jump. And he's a guy that can guard forwards and shooting guards and point guards. And that just shows you that the preparation was always there, and he just showing you that he cares so much about making it to the league. It was his primary goal. It was no other option. And the devotion that it took for him to become a great player, possibly in the NBA, is going to be there from day one. And I'm seeing it in Summer League. Dang, this guy goes for 20. He makes it look easy. He making it seem like he's a veteran. He looks like the rookie in the vet a lot of times just because there's no rush. in his game. There's no forcing it really in his game. He's getting the shots that he wants. He knows the shots that he wants before the defender does, which is smart, and he's taking full advantage of that. And the guy looks like if he gets 25 to 30 plus minutes this year, he can be a double figure scorer. I can see Stephon Castle being a 20-6 or 20-7 guy plus in the NBA, especially when it's his turn to fully be the starter and take over. Like I said, for him to be able to have that three level scoring ability and being able to be a decent free throw shooter too, I think that that just shows you that this guy is the real deal, and he's almost a guy that's just need a little bit more polishing. Just a better decision making will be, at elite level. Chris Paul is basically the highest you can get, but he's taller and bigger than Chris Paul. Well, in general, so it just shows you that his upside is really high, especially if he can convert into a full time point guard and just be a guy that's so unselfish and just so smart playing on and off the ball that he's going to be dangerous. And a lot of people, I like Stephon Castle. It's hard not to because there's not too many things he can't do on the basketball court. It's just not. And it's obvious just watching his footage that this guy has it all figured out almost at a young age, and it's going to be interesting to see how he continues to grow and what he can continues to try to do on a basketball court. Just because the sky is the limit for this guy, and if he can be a two-way player that can defend, hold his own, score on his own, and set up his teammates, and also keep a pace that becomes what the team wants to be, especially because they got a big man and big mans require needing the ball and needing setup. Watching what he was able to do with majority of the guys that he was working with, and now he might be a starter and he get to work with those type of guys. Look how easy it's going to be for him to pick his spots, when to score and when to pass. And those some of them decisions gonna be predetermined, which they should, just because of the picking order. And I think that that just simplifies and minimalizes the game for him. And I like the fact that he has the ability to size up his opponent, and he's not rushing it, he's not forcing it, he's just taking his time and trying to make the right scoring decision. And if it ain't there, he just getting rid of the ball early and resetting the offense if he does get it back. And I think that that just shows you his unselfishness is on another level, even though he is a guy that's trying to make a name for himself, which he has done a good job so far in the games that we have seen. So I would say this guy definitely looks like an all-star caliber player in the future. It's just going to be interesting. He looks more like a combo guard than like a facilitator. It's like I could pass if I want. I could, dominate the ball if I want. I could go carry the offense if I need to. And just getting a guy like that is very dangerous. When you have a guy like Wembanyama in the paint, or just a great center or great big that can do multiple things on the floor. Because if you can't stop Stephon probing and scoring and floatering and mid ranging and getting to the basket, or just being able to hit a three if you go under the screen and give him space, which you have shown that he can be able to do, then the center and the guys around him going to be cutting and trying to get easy opportunities too. Then it's just up for him to make the right decision and the right basketball play. And he's showing that he can do that, and he's learning that role, especially with his new teammates. You got to build chemistry and continuity, and you have to figure out where they're going to be out on the court, what they like to do when they're on the court, and just try to hit them as fast and as early as you can. And it just leads to great offense. And that's what he's showing that he can provide. Just high intellectual basketball and great scoring. And he doesn't avoid physicality. He doesn't avoid contact. And he just smart even with that, because he takes his time to score, and then he tries to get the and one if he can. And it's just tough to try to plan that out when you're going against a defender that you don't really know what they're going to do either. And that just makes the game even more interesting for us to watch and for him to try to figure out. And he's doing a great job of it already as a rookie. And that didn't even play a regular season game yet. This is just footage of him getting scrimmages basically and just figuring it out this fast. It's really scary. But other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, check out my older videos. I do breakdowns just like this, tributes just like this, conversations just like this type of video at the end. And if you like that type of content, check out my older videos. And if you're a fan of those, subscribe and hit the notification bell, like and share. And if you already been part of the channel, all I can say is continue to watch. I make videos every day throughout the day. So you may have missed something. This is just a reminder to go back and watch some videos you may have missed, or watch all of them again if you want to. I got over 2,000 plus. That's, a lot of content for y'all to watch, and a lot of content for y'all to be entertained. And like I said, I'm one of the most biggest uploaders in the game when it comes to giving y'all content. So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the best way y'all can. I appreciate it, and I'll be back with another breakdown before regular season start on Tuesday. So expect more breakdowns throughout Saturday and Sunday and Monday, because that's what y'all want to see too. So I'm giving y'all more variety of content to the best of my ability. So see you guys later. Peace.